Alright guys, so we're going to be showcasing today Android 17, or technically Hacchan and Android 17, or he's also known as Android 8. I mean, I call him Android 8 more than Hacchan, but his name's Hacchan. So, anyways, we're here in an event. We're on the Androids category team. Unfortunately with this guy, he literally only has 2 teams, Androids and Joint Forces, so there's really not a whole lot of diversity you can do with this guy. You're, again, pretty much limited to 2 category teams. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this guy. He's also rainbowed, by the way. Like, this is like very rare for me to do. I usually don't rainbow free-to-play units, if you guys know me. I only rainbow free-to-play units if I see the unit's potential, and this guy does have potential. Again, he guards for the first 8 turns from the start of battle. You know, he has 80% at the start, he gets another 80% when he gets hit. He recovers HP with candy, he gets crit chance, damage reduction, and an extra attack buff if he's under 80% HP. So, you know, he is, you know, a unit that is going to be able to defend well, to, you know, like, hit, I would say not that hard, but for a free-to-play unit, decently well. So again, I do think he does have some value. His link set is also pretty good, with Tough as Nails and Cold Judgment 2 like being his best defensive links ever, and probably one of the best defensive links in the entire game. So unfortunately though, we only have Android Assault and Solid Support, though we do have a ton of support on rotation. We're getting 30% from 13 here, Android 13, and then we're also getting 60% from MVP 17. So our defense is 77k. Again, this is 77k with guard, but also we don't have the extra 80% attack and defense from his passive. And then we're also now not counting the damage reduction, because again, we're not under 80% HP. So attack stat is 1 million. Again, that is not the craziest by any means. We did get the chance to stun right there, and they actually raise attack for 1 turn as well, so that's why the additional here being a 1.1 million attack stat with the stun again and crit. I believe I went full crit for them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me quickly check. I think that I went full crit. No, I actually went full additional, which is actually, I think, what I was going for, because again, if this unit does eventually, you know, go ahead and EZA, you know, and they make it so that, like, he raises defense on super, then your boy's like 5 steps ahead. So, you know, I mean, either way, with the chance to stun from his passive, you know, additionals is actually not a bad thing to go for with this unit. All right, so this Androids team is like fully decked out with support, like every single unit here except for this Android 16, and I think, you know, Hacchan and 17 themselves is like not supporting. But literally every other unit is supporting. Like this Android 21, I think she gives 36% attack and defense to androids, and then this Android 21 good, she gives like 30% or like 35% if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually quickly double check that. Yeah, she gives 30%. Alright, and then these guys are, I mean, they are supporting, but there has to be a fusion Android 13, which we don't have. Alright, let's go ahead and link them up. Again, this unit is going to be their best friend, Androids 14 and 15. They're going to give them Tough as Nails and Cold Judgment. Again, we do have what I would say essentially their full passive with the extra 80% attack and defense, because actually no, they don't, because they actually finished off Trunks and Goten from the previous rotation. So their defense here is 90k. Again, I would consider that to be fairly decent, considering that, again, we still don't have the other part of their passive active. But I am going to go ahead and put them in slot 1 so we can go ahead and activate that part of their passive. Alright, so let's see what kind of type of damage they're going to be putting up here. There we go, we got the extra buff going, we got the guard. Attack stat is 1.1. Again, by no means is that very impressive. You know, it really isn't, as much as I, you know, don't want to be like too harsh on this unit, because again, they are a free-to-play unit that very clearly is going to EZA. But yeah, damage is really not the most impressive. That's, again, the only thing that really sets them back, is I would say their damage, because other than that, I mean, their usability and, you know, difficult content is going to be really good, because again, the guard is easily going to become, you know, one of the best things about them. And wow, we're actually going to go ahead and transform with Android 13 here. Now this kind of sucks because again, when he transforms into Fusion Android 13, he actually stops giving support to the whole rotation. So that's again probably the only downside to that unit right there. Android 13 is that, you know, once he transforms, because it's a guaranteed transformation turn 5, he stops being a support type unit. But if that was an active skill, you know, choice, if you could either choose to transform into Fusion Android 13, I think that would greatly improve this unit as a whole. Because again, I really do think that this Android 13 is a decent unit. Like, he has really good defense when you get this guy to level 10 links, because again, most of his links are like locked behind units that like are basically dead in this game. Because again, like Red Ribbon Army gives solid attack and defense at level 10. But Jesus, but again, because, you know, not many units have the Red Ribbon Army, you know, link, other than like really these guys. You know, you're really not going to see it too often. All right, and that's pretty good defense. 142k, that is pretty good. Like, honestly speaking, that's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. That's very, very solid. Because again, they also have guard. Like, keep this in mind. Like, they have 142k with guard. Plus, they also have damage reduction if you get under 80% HP. So, again, 142k defense with 17% damage reduction and guard. That's really good. And it actually makes up for the fact that they are at a 1.2 million attack stat, which, again, is not good. But, again, with all their defensive capabilities, again, even with this unit being only level 1 links, because again, if you get, you know, most of his links to level 10, they will give him a ton of additional, like, buffs. So, again, that's pretty impressive from him. Alright, so we're just going to let this turn play out. This Android 16 too, I think I have him rainbowed, is actually, oh wait, he's almost rainbowed. Yeah, I need one more dupe. He's actually a pretty good unit as well. He has like, I think a 70% chance to guard, I think it is, or is it a high chance? It is, yeah, a high chance to guard, which kind of sucks. So, you know, eventually when that unit does get an easy 8, because again, he's the, I think he's the Dragon Ball Fighters collab unit, or just like a Dragon Ball Fighters unit that they released over here on Dokkan. If he eventually, you know, gets an easy A, he's actually going to be pretty crazy, because again, he does greatly, you know, raise his defense on super. He's got that 50% chance to guard, so if they just give him like a permanent guard, plus, you know, just upping his defense, like, he's going to be a super, super solid unit. Alright, so this is going to be the last turn we're going to see from them, just because this turn is going to be the last turn that they're going to have their guard, as well as their extra attack and defense active. Again, their defense is a little bit higher here because, again, this Android 18 is giving 36%, because, again, they give 18% to all allies in 2 key, but if they're androids, they get an extra 18%. So, you know, she is giving a little bit of extra support here. And I think we might be under the HP threshold. We can tell, actually, based off of their super attack. So let's go ahead and see, because again, with support, I think they should be at around like maybe 1.2, or not, like maybe 1.3 or maybe 1.4 with support. So we can actually take a look. Okay, this is gonna hurt, because again, their defense is not good. Yeah, that's a lot. So 1.3, again, I think their extra attack passive is active. It's actually kind of hard to tell, but for a final attack stat, I guess we're going to be seeing 1.4 from them. That's literally the highest we've seen them, and, you know, they're going to be defending really well. Let's actually see how much they take from this super attack here, because I think this should be double digits. Yep, double digits, as I thought, because again, damage reduction, guard, 146k defense, like, that's really, really good. That's super, super respectable. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and let's head on over to the Joint Forces category team. Okay, guys, now we are on the Joint Forces category team. This is going to be a team that's going to be 150% to all stats. So again, we might see their defense be a little bit higher, maybe be a little bit lower, just because, again, on the previous team, MVP 17 gives 130% to defense, and then Android 13, he gives 170% to defense. So, you know, we may or may not see his defense be a little bit higher here. So, again, the Joint Forces team is not the team you want to run him with, because, again, you can very clearly see he's not sharing a whole lot of links with the units on here. Now, granted, I did kind of build a really weird team. The reason for that is because, again, I like to have a lot of fun when I make showcase videos as well. I kind of like to make teams that, you know, are a little bit different and use, you know, units that I really don't use all that often. Like, for example, this Kid Raditz and Kid Vegeta. I never really use them, like, at all. So I decided just to throw them on the team. And the attack stat by them is not good. That was, what, 555? And then this is 590,000. Again, not good. Like, I gotta be honest, that's really not the most impressive numbers ever. But, again, we really don't have, you know, any support. Which, by the way, I don't think the Joint Forces category has like a designated support type unit. Like, I really don't think that they do, which is really odd considering that they've been releasing like a lot of Joint Forces units. Like, dude, look at this unit. They got 3 regular normals and they still got an additional super attack, and people think that they're bad. And they have 28% damage reduction after that, by the way. That was my 55% one too. So, for anybody who says that this unit is bad, you're just wrong. You're just wrong, man. This unit is killer. Alright, so now we have them linked up with this Great Saiyaman and Videl. We actually have Infighter, Courage, and Shattering the Limit active. That's actually very interesting. I did not know that they would have those links with Great Saiyaman and Videl. Defense, again, not good, but again, after this, oh shoot, I didn't even get a super with them. That's fine. That's fine. After this, you know, we are going to be able to get that extra 80% attack and defense, but again, do keep in mind that we are missing like a ton of defense from our links. Again, Android Assault, Cold Judgment, Tough as Nails. We are leaving a ton of, you know, defense on the table. Alright, I'm going to try to figure out a way how to not get a super. Or is this just like... Okay, well, we are going to get a super with one of the Angel Golden Friezas and 17s, but I'm really going to try to hope for, like, no supers at all. Because, I'm going to be honest, units that get a ton of additionals can make showcases kind of hard, especially when they decide to additional, like, all day, every day, and then it becomes an issue where we defeat the boss too easily. And this is one of the older Dokkan events in the game, so this Goku Black, unfortunately, is gonna probably go down pretty easily, especially with these crits. God damn it. Alright, well, I don't know if there's another stage after this. I don't think there is, which is a little bit unfortunate, but with, everything except solid support active, again, no support on this rotation. Our defense is 122k, again, not the most impressive, but again, with everything that they do have included with, again, the damage reduction that I think we do have active here, which is 17%, and the guard, you know, they actually will be a relatively solid unit, I would say. Like, obviously not the craziest on this team, but I do think that they are going to be, you know, runnable on the Joint Forces team. The only thing that I would say is they would have to release, like, another, like, Hacchan unit that's, like, maybe like Hacchan and like maybe Kid Goku or something like that. Like some other like Android Joint Forces unit that has Android Assault, Tough as Nails, and Cold Judgment. Like you throw a new like Joint Forces Androids unit like that, and like that unit is golden. Like that's really all they would need, is just a good linking partner that is also supporting them. That's really all they would need. And I mean, other than that, I mean, they should be good. And we get a ton of link levels. Again, very clearly you can tell which units I do and don't use, like the Great Saiyaman and Videl, and the Kid Vegeta and Kid Raditz. We're getting a ton of link levels in here for them. And I'm actually not like upset that we got some pretty good link levels for 14 and 15, because again, they actually have an easy A on JP Dokkan, which again, I'm actually very nervously waiting for it to come to global, because again, I can't wait to run Hacchan at 14 and 15 as a rotation. They're going to be pretty good. So anyways, let's go over now to the breakdown portion of the video, and then we'll just wrap it up there. Alright guys, so this is Hacchan and Android 17. They lead Android's 3 key and 50% to stats. Again, a leader skill that's obviously going to easy A On their super attack effect, they just raise attack for 1 turn with a medium chance of stunning. So again, they are going to have value in Super Battle Road. Their passive, they get 80% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get an additional 80% attack and 17% crit chance and damage reduction if their HP is 80% or less. So again, you are relatively going to see that activate fairly often, I would say in, things like Super Battle Road. So again, that part of their passive shouldn't be too hard to activate. And then for the first 8 turns from the start of battle, they have guaranteed guard. And then they also, for 8 turns from the moment that they get hit, they get 80% attack and defense. So again, very clearly, this unit is really not built for long events. They're not meant to be run in long events. They're meant to be used in short events, which actually is not a bad thing, because again, it is kind of hard with the Androids category team to kind of find a lot of units that can do that, like turn 1. Like, again, there really isn't that many, like, other than, like, maybe LR Incel, maybe this Android 16, only if he gets his, only if he gets guard, I think he would be a solid unit to run in slot 1, but again, pretty much other than that, like, there's not a whole lot of units you can run in the Androids category, team, slot 1. I mean, the only other unit that comes into mind is, like, LR, Super 17, but not a whole lot of people really summon for him, so again, you're probably not going to have him. But yeah, man, again, so Hacchan and 17 are a really great addition to this team. The fact that, again, they're going to be guarding, that means that they're going to be a reliable slot 1 unit is going to be really good for them. So again, I would recommend people go ahead and rainbow this guy. Especially if you're having like difficulties in like Android Super Battle Road. Again, I do think these guys are going to be a relatively decent option to run. Again, with their guard, damage reduction, extra attack and defense, again, and their stunning, by the way, don't forget about that. I do think that they're going to be a really solid option. Other than that, I wouldn't really recommend them running them on joint forces, because again, there's not a whole lot of units that are going to share the same links as them. Like, I mean, just looking at all these units, the only other unit on here that's like really gonna link up decently well with them besides 14 and 15 is LR 16, 17, and 18. But again, even then, they aren't the best. So again, until we get like a better version of like, like another combo Androids, unit, we're really probably not gonna see this unit excel other than the Androids category team. So again, they are a decent option either way. I would totally recommend you guys, rainbow them, because again, I do think that they're worth it. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.